I can remember a lot of things that my family told me about my grandfather, but as far as I never really saw my grandfather to know. But I do recall my dad talking about the fact that they came here, was it 1919, I believe? And he bought a home here, and he operated a laundry on Northside Drive, one of the old brick buildings that's still standing. He was an investor in Elizabeth Bartlett Mills, later Cherokee Mills, and then Rothschild Mills. And as we know today, it was Gabriel's Old Mill Restaurant. My dad was Edward. He owned a grocery store and also a service station. The grocery store was on the right side going south on South Main, and the service station was on the left side of I can't say highway because I think it was just a dirt road at the time. If you took your automobile down, it would come out, it would be like a detailed automobile today. And he would check everything, and if you missed a spot, you heard from him. My dad started with just a little small building, and then he built a bigger building. And that housed a restaurant on one side, which didn't pan out. And so he put in a supply of home appliances and sporting equipment and most anything that you could think of in the way of sporting goods. After the World War II, my dad rented the store, and then my mother opened the ladies' princess shop in downtown Ackworth for ladies' clothing. Nothing was wasted during my growing up years. I was very young, and I would go to the grocery store with my mother, and I can recall World War II when a lot of things were rationed, and you had to have stamps in order to buy sugar. And canned milk was rationed. Mother would fill out an order and give it to the salesman, and when the salesman got to the warehouse, the order would be cut, so she would only get just a small amount of what she had ordered, and she always saved the canned milk for the people who had the small children. But we were very patriotic, and every day at school we stood and said the pledge to the flag and the Lord's Prayer, and sang patriotic songs. So we thought we were helping out with the war in some way. So having the lake here was just like being in a different world, because I was enchanted, and I couldn't wait to get over to the beach to swim and sun and just socialize with all my friends and everything, and it was just a great place to be. But in college we had, I played speedball, which today is soccer, and field hockey, and intermediate swimming, and camp leadership, and of course at the time I wanted to be back home with doing what I wanted to do, but I made the best of it, made a lot of friends, and it was very different living in a dormitory with 95 other girls. That was a big challenge for me. But as I look back, it was a lot of fun, really. It really was. And I had some professors that I learned from, and then I had some that I didn't particularly learn from. So when my dad in 1970, I sat down with him, and he had remarkable recall, and I wrote his life story. So, and then I made copies for my sisters in the manuscript books. So, made three copies. I mean, by longhand. That was before. Anyway, that was when it was done. So, well, I go back every now and then when I'm thinking about something how this happened, and I can always go back to that book, and it tells me just about everything I want to remember, and that's what The reason I got a lot of that information was because Daddy had told me about that. There's no comparison today as to what it was when I grew up. Of course, there's been a lot of improvements. I'll agree 100% there, but we were a little country town, and now we're a cosmopolitan city, in my opinion. So everything changes. I'm thankful for my upbringing, and I'm thankful for what my parents taught me. And I'm thankful I grew up in Ackworth.